Asia is home to many of the mysteries in martial arts. It is where we find stories that challenge our notion of reality. When Bob Smith was stationed in Asia, he found many people with mysterious abilities. Fortunately for us, Bob had an old film camera.
One of them was Wang Shujin, a huge, maybe 285-pound chap who would let anybody hit him in the stomach or kick him anywhere they wanted to. When you ask him how he was able to do this with a smile, he'd simply say, "Chi."
What is it that prevents this man from being hurt by the punches? The Chinese call it Qi, the Japanese call it Ki, and it is perhaps the greatest mystery to come from the East.
Qi well, it's in every culture. The Eskimos, our American Indians defined it as something that moves. It's the animating principle in a human.
When I was a kid and I was passionately trying to find Qi, I really couldn't feel it. Why? Because I was used to feeling muscular strength, and I understood how to feel my power this way. I didn't understand that there's a very subtle power that one feels when one can relax, focus one's mind, and allow the Qi or energy to flow.
A clear definition of Qi is elusive. For Master Chen, Qi is fundamental to his practice. He believes that Tai Chi is one of the best ways to develop this mysterious force. Master Chen regards Qi not just as energy, but as the life force within us all.
Qi within the human body can flow up and down, can flow in and out. This is its nature, a natural flow within our body. Remember, when we were kids, we were full of energy. Our energy was high, our bodies were flexible, our spirits were light. In the process of growing up, the external interference from the world around us makes us nervous. Our muscles become tight and the Qi cannot naturally flow up and down, in fact, like it did before. The Chinese martial arts masters were very smart and came up with the idea to unblock the Qi and get it flowing more freely again by exercising up and down, in and out.
Master Chen's disciple, Alex Cosma, is author of Esoteric Warriors, a book that describes his lifelong search for the real martial artists. Almost every master he has met claims they can release their Qi in combat.
The difficult thing with trying to describe Qi is that if you feel it, you don't have to have it explained to you. And however much you try to explain it to somebody, it's impossible to put across in words. So it's very useful when teacher really hits you with what seems like a very light, even slow movement at times, and yet the pain you feel inside is tremendous. And if this wasn't coming from some kind of internal power, it would be very difficult to explain. Just physically, he doesn't seem to have the size or the mass to do this kind of damage. Yet the lightest of taps will cause pain that lasts for not just hours, but days sometimes.
The power of karate, or a hard system of martial arts, is like getting hit by an iron bar, going bang, bang. The power of a soft and internal system is getting hit with an iron ball at the end of a chain, where the force is suddenly whipping out. It's not driving through, it's striking like an iron ball at the end of a chain. Now think of a towel. If you take that towel, which is soft, and you spin it around and you make it tight, and you snap it, you have tremendous power from this little weak, soft towel. This is an analogy of the power of softness. The hard systems is using the body like an iron bar. The soft systems uses it like a iron ball at the end of a chain. It's whipping out, and it's going bang, and the force resonates into the surface. It's a different way of using force. Now, imagine if you took that towel and you dipped it into water and then spun it around and snapped it. You'd have even more power. That's the analogy I try to use to explain about what qi is.
Chen Manqing, a famous Tai Chi boxer from Taiwan, was another of the old masters to be filmed by Bob Smith.
I was able to get very close to him and to watch him, and he was the softest of the softs. But beyond softness, he had mind, and this is very hard to define, but it's the ability to touch and know exactly what the person's going to do that you're touching, and to touch softly.
Chen Manqing's life story is a testament to the power of qi. As a young man, he contracted a debilitating lung disease. Fearing for his health, he began studying Tai Chi Chuan until he was cured. He continued his studies to become one of China's most successful boxers. To many, this might look like a magic trick, but Chen Manqing could summon up more power than seemed possible for a man of his build.
He did it by relaxing and shifting your strength through his body, down through his rooted legs, into the concrete. So in essence, you're pushing not a man, but concrete. I know this for a fact because I was one of the pushers, and I've been photographed in that posture.
Some teachers have taken Tai Chi westward. William Chen, author of Body Mechanics, has explained Eastern mysteries in Western scientific terms. It is ironic, given that he was an early disciple of Chen Manqing.
When I was studying with Professor Chen, I always thinking about his magic man, his, invisible man. At nighttime, he probably fly around the room. So after I stay with him for 2 years, I find out he's just as normal. But only he's good. I respect him because of mechanics.
The secret of body mechanics, how the parts of the body work together, becomes clear in the exercise of push hands, where two opponents try to throw each other off balance. Notice how the body can twist and move to soak up any force applied to it without being knocked off balance.
When you're younger, the power will do it. But as you get older, you're more precise and more accurate and let the leverage of the body do it. And this is how different styles evolved. This is a soft style. So can I borrow someone's fist? Okay, just hold the fist out here. Make it strong, okay? Now hold it strong. If I'm young and I'm strong, I can push this, hold it, don't let me move it. It's force against force. But because I've developed my bones to strong and I have calluses, I could bang it and break my way through. But it's still force against force. He'll feel it. Now, when I'm older, now look, I'm using force here. You see, I'm using force here. Now watch this. I'm taking a finger. No, hold it here strong, don't move. No, hold it strong, don't move. No, don't move. Do you see, I'm just using one finger. And if this is coming towards my face, I'm moving it away. I've used less force, and yet I was able to move it away. Now hold it strong. Hold it strong. See, I'm using more force, and I might be able to fight with weight. This is leverage. These are secrets. The old men were just going like this. It doesn't look powerful. It's effective.
Yeah, punch my face. Right. Punch. Right. So, stay in.
The most important part is before
your actions, you have to relax. And before you relax, you have to slow down a little bit. If you otherwise, the muscle tense you up, and then that will slow down your punch.
To demonstrate the power of relaxation, William Chen likes to punch through a piece of wood while holding a raw egg in his hand. The wood crashes in bits to the floor while the egg remains unbroken. And just to prove it's not a trick, when you think of martial arts, you think of breaking. But is it Qi, or is it something else?
I was always amazed when I saw a big pile of tiles. And then they go with the head, boom, straight through 25. Jesus.
As one of the most qualified karate men in the world, you'd think that John Blooming could do it, if anyone could.
I put 6 or 8 of those tiles in one piece, or 2 stones. And I went, whack! I nearly broke my wrist. I went through them, but it bothered me for a week. And I figured, 25 and with his head, impossible.
It was during a training visit to Japan that he finally discovered the truth.
I was walking around and I see a big stack of tiles ready to be broken and taken pictures of. So I walked to the tiles, picked up one. It was like I put a piece of paper. And I looked under it and there was a big line carved, baked in it. The whole tile in the middle was not more than maybe a millimeter. I don't think a millimeter, I think a half millimeter. So no wonder 25 tiles, if you lean on them, you go straight through them. And that's the typical Japanese bullshit they play.
Come out, catch.
But don't be fooled. There is more to the martial arts than clever tricks to show off a master's ability.
Your equilibrium, your balance and everything is controlled. You know, your spinal cord's over here.
This one. Control. Body control. Okay?
Controls your body.
Seiyu Oyata is an expert in Kyushu Jitsu, the secret art of striking vital points on the body. The effect can be devastating.
I'm sorry.
Oyata doesn't need raw power. He knows exactly where to hit an opponent to bring him down. You may be surprised to know that Oyata is in his 70s.
Idea, opponent to stand. Not to try kill. Idea, stand. Then go idea, control. Yeah.
And these are very dangerous techniques. You know, these are the things that he doesn't teach, you know, until he knows someone for a very long time.
All the martial artists we filmed were quick to show us something of their abilities. Often the implication was that they knew much more than they were showing us. Maybe that was true. Or maybe that's what they wanted us to think. Either way, the uncertainty leads to speculation. And speculation is the very stuff that fuels mysteries. Next week, judo.